Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is me, Yakuvrael Runeborne, back again with Dark Souls All the Weapons. Today's weapon is a classic, you could say. A really nice one. It's Logan's Catalyst. And what that means, essentially, is this is probably gonna be a faster run. Very likely. Ooh. Don't just do that. So I equipped a few spells, of course. I have Power Fin to strengthen myself, Crystal Soul Spears, Soul Spear, and Pursuers. That's the layout I'm going to use for now. Of course, I have the Dusk Crown on, the Bellowing and Lingering, and I might switch over to the Dusk Ring if needed. I don't have it with me right now, but I'll get it soon enough. Anyways, without any further ado, let's take this guy off and then let's go. I think I'm gonna try to go for a speed record this time around. So I'm gonna beam it straight to Saint Fortress, as directly as I can without skipping too much content at once. So I'm gonna go for Taurus Demon, Gargoyles, while I'm at it, and then Saint Fortress. I think that's gonna be like a good direction to go, I would say. Yo, big guy. How's it going? Let's equip a few of those, just because it's funny. Two of them are all of them are gonna go probably. Yep. Yeah, let's see how insane this is. This shit just slaps. It completely rips everybody apart that even dares to touch me. Dares even come close to me, I should say. Hey, don't do that. I thought we were all friendly here. Don't you know friendly fire ain't allowed? Fuck off. Okay. My guys, chill your bases. I've done nothing to you yet. Absolutely nothing, and you want to kill me? How about just no? Let's just have fun up here. Okay, first of all, I'm gonna get rid of these guys up there, and then I'm pretty much just gonna beat the entire game through it. RuneScape Dragon Helm Wizard coming in hot. Yes. I've never played RuneScape, so I don't know what that is, but sure. It is coming in hot. So let's start off with welcome, by the way, fat man. Before I forget to say that. Okay, how long will he last? Not long, I presume. Yeah. I could have probably killed him before the health bar appeared with that. If I really wanted to. Okay. I could actually try to kill the Drake. Like, he's actually that weak. I mean, I know RuneScape, I just don't know the Dragon Helm Wizard, whatever. I've never played that game. Like, I know it. I've seen some content around it, I just never played it. Funny enough, the only time I tried RuneScape in my life is I once heard of RuneScape and was like, okay, let's Google it. And I think it was RuneScape 3 that came up. Like the one everybody seems to hate. That was like my only interaction with the game. For like maybe 20 minutes or so, and I'm like, yeah, no, this is boring. I'd rather go back to Metin or something. or some other MMO. Yo, big guy, come down. 3, 2, 1, let's go. There we go. Haven't done that in a while. And he gives you absolutely nothing except a few souls. Actually, 50k souls is not that bad. It's not good, but it's actually more than I expected. Because of the rope. Helmet though was distinct because that was like the goal back in the day. So how you access the DLC in Dark Souls, no real explanation, slow. I mean, for Dark Souls, they gave you an explanation on the website. They were like, oh yeah, this is how you do it. They knew it was a bit too cryptic for people to figure out, so they just straight up gave the answer back in the day. But yeah, like, people who are into RuneScape really are into RuneScape. That's like also one of the few things I know. And of course, there's like the tie-locked thing, which since has spawned off in countless other territories. To more or less success, I would say, depending on the game. So I can thank it for that. Yeah, big guy. I'm gonna ignore you. What? Okay. Dude just blocks in a magic attack that is essentially the equivalent of a tactical nuke. Sure, my guy. Let's just do that. Yeah, I don't think the gargoyles will last much longer though. Dark Souls since 2011 roughly, but I actually just beat it for the first time. So I wouldn't fumble again. So you played since 2011, but you never beat it? That's actually kind of wild. I've like bought it in 2016-ish, and since I've beaten it countless of times. Of course, currently with this series, I've beaten it already 52 times. Oh, it's not even funny how insane this is. I just love magic in this game, especially when you have a catalyst that actually has, like, you know, a bit oomph to it. All the regular ones, they're just ass. They cap out at 180 and they're practically the same, except for, like, the weight. Like, the 2-3 on the top, they are fantastic. Managed to beat all 4 bosses, though. That took the longest. I mean, for the first time, yeah. I played this game with... The very first run I did in this series was with the broken straight sword. The one you get into tutorial, the one you start with. The broken weapon that deals like 2 damage. And that took me forever to kill Manus and Notorious. I still remember that was like easily like 8 hours for Notorious and like 10 hours or so for Manus. Backstab and parry everything with lightning, S-Talk and Drake's sword. Ah, okay, I see. Yeah, the Black Knight Hellbeard is just way too OP though. It took patience, but here's the secret about that. If I would do it again, I could probably do it within the same time frame I do most runs. Like, once you get used to it, it's actually not that hard. Come on, guys. How about you give me some space? Just a little bit. There we go. Anybody else want to challenge me? No? You? Well, good night. And you? Good night. Such a gold helm set used by the Gargoyle Helm. Lost for chills this time. Tell me between Garskist. Yeah, if I would do a casual run, like brand new game plus, or not new game plus, just new game, I would also just use the Grasskreст shield plus the gold helm set and the Mask of a Child. That's like the default, I would say, at least to me. Yo, little guy. How about you follow me downstairs real quick? I'm gonna show you something. Ah, he's a bit off center. Yep, that worked. I wasted Tori's soul on that NPC. Let's do that in case the other guy wants to. Hello? Thank you. What was that? Oh yeah, just don't shoot. On that NPC and wasted sifts on Artorias Greatsword to make a new Londo. Make the new Londo Phantom easier. When I got to Manus, I wish I did Artorias Great Shield though. And the wheel scales, oh I see, yeah. The thing with Manus though is honestly like the best thing you can get in the game is the flip ring. It's just so much easier than with anything else. The added iframes are just criminal how good they are. I kind of lost my position. Okay, I am around the bonfire. Come on. There we go. My little guy survived. Hell yeah. Come on, Sense Fortress. Where are you? Oh shit, I don't have any spells. I should have sat down at the bonfire. But yeah, for like first time players when they beat Manus, I would recommend to have the pendant with you. The item that you can use. And after that the flip ring. Makes the fight so much easier. Criminally easier. Okay, little guy. Guess I need to go through here without any of you touching me. That is... is alright. There's only one guy I need to hit anyways. Yo, big guy. Thank you. Improved frame, but looking back, I don't know why I thought the second half of the game was so hard in previous playthroughs. I mean, the remaster itself did not improve anything. Beyond just very little graphical things and the frame rate. Ah! That was a close one. I think it just depends on how much you play the game, and especially at the first time when everything is new, you don't know the patterns. But when you do it like the second time around, it's... you kind of know them already. That was not a close one at all. I think you should fall down here though. Or not. Out of the way, snake. Because you ain't solid, nor liquid. You're a gas. I couldn't get the time down on the pendant. But some save, even though he didn't do anything that bought me extra. Second to the heal save me after 50 attempts. I'm independent, you just spam it basically. As soon as you see him cast any magic, it's just equip it and like press it until the magic is gone. You don't have to time it, really. Because the effect lasts, like, for like a second or two. Something like that. So it's actually... I feel like if it was timing-based, it could have been a more fun mechanic. But with the way it currently is, it's just kind of like one of these things, just, yeah. I might have to get it, I might not. Dragon Greatsword. I mean, the thing with the Dragon Weapon is they don't really have that good of a scaling. So if I wouldn't do it the challenge here, I would probably do other weapons. Of the way. Yeah, the performance is overall better. There was some serious performance issue in Blightine and in the Thief fight when he did the crystal attacks. But the biggest thing it did is it natively went to 60 FPS. That's like the big thing. Come on. Which it is quite nice. Especially just jump here in Sense Fortress, as an example. When you use DS Fix, you could barely pull it off. Oh. I'll leave it to the Iron Golems to be strong. Not strong enough. For I have killed you. A little bit of extra damage. Could be. Depending on how upgraded it is, I should heal. Yeah, that helps. Even though I just use the shortcut these days, which is just so much faster. So regardless of it existing, I kind of skip that. But things are side rolling and running towards him. I think the thing is he has 3 spells. He has the one where he shoots towards you. That one you have to kind of like already walk sideways and like roll once, and you're out of it. You have the rain from above. But you just have to kind of walk diagonally away from him. And he has like the one that's come like towards you with him as the center. And with that one you have to either run towards him, and then you can get some free hits in, which is like very nice. Or you have to kind of roll through it. If you don't have the pendant. And the rolling through it is a bit annoying at times. Just ever so slightly. I haven't died to that thing at all, of course. Never. Not like 50 times in a row sometimes. Yo, big guy. Right, I forgot they are transparent in the air. I think this is really dumb. They just go invincible. Come on. That's not fair. Yeah, on new game, the Harvest set is a bit OP. Come on, my guy. Don't waste my time. Like, the thing is with the Harvest set is... Or like with armor in general in Dark Souls, I'm of the opinion most armors are not worth it. I'd rather be fast than tank a few more attacks. But the heavier armors, like hovels and stone and whatnot, they actually allow you to tank most enemies pretty easily. If that's the playstyle you want to do. Okay. Oh man, though this is a super fast run. I could see it. This might even be 2.5 hours at maximum. Yeah, but the pursuers, they just don't want to correctly right now. I prefer, I played up to Defense Fortress without anything pretty much because I wanted to roll. Yeah, that's what I would do usually as well. I would either go naked or the hemmed set because it's quite light. That's why I like it. It has a good resistance towards fire and whatnot. Good small protection. And it's light. But it's like... That's like one of the few things I really liked about Elden Ring is how they improved the rolling speed, even at mid-weight. Like I was very happy about that. Because I don't know who thought, you know, being this slow is gonna be fun, but it most of the time doesn't help. So I'm glad they finally kind of got rid of that. I mean, to be honest, for me, the Chloranthry ring, I'd rather use other rings. Like my standard setup, because I use Power Within a lot, is of course Lingering Dragon Crest ring and the Slip ring. And if I go and do Gwyn, I usually use the Hornet ring for the crits. So the Stamina ring is always like one of these things, like once you have like the Grass Crest shielded and the Mask of a Child, that's a bit overkill. Of course, in most runs, I do prefer to have either or. Or like both. And or both. How does it go? I don't know. Anyways, Onsen and Smo. Let's see how quickly they melt. Hopefully not too quickly. And it kind of depends on which of the two bozos is gonna run at me first. Oh, hello, my friends. Come on. Damn, bro. Yeah, I don't want to die right now. I didn't expect him to do 2 running attacks. There we go. Oh, Calamite. The Thing of Favor and Protection on top of Harvest Ring. So I was stuck with that for the boss. I mean, the Fab Ring is nice. Until you, like, learn to live without it. Then it constantly breaking is kind of becoming a burden. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could roll away in time. I shouldn't lock on. There's like no need for that. Surprisingly strong against magic. I expected him to actually not take as long. I mean, with Dark Beat, he would be dead in like 2 seconds. I missed Chicken Leg Invader before I killed Priscilla. Oh, Xantu, you mean? Or whatever his name is. It does look like a chicken leg a little bit, doesn't it? Where is it? There. Kinda has like a... It looks... It actually looks a bit disgusting if you think it's a chicken head. Curry fried chicken. The dragon was just annoying. Yeah, the thing with Calamite is his hitbox is horrible. And the arena is too small for him, especially the back part. Yo, Masabella, welcome. I'm not handling it well. Wait. Ah, for a second I was like, no, did the game just bug out? That would have been horrendous. Anyways, this guy's gone. Who should I do next? I think 4 kings. The thing is, I have my... I bought like an AC last year. No, not last year. How long have I been living in this apartment? 4 years ago, I think I bought an AC. Big, grand, big something. Thanks for subscribing. Close enough to find openings. The problem is, like, when he does like the fly attack, he behaves really weirdly once he goes into the wall. So I actually don't like... That's why I don't like the small arena with him. Yeah, it's going decently, I would say. Ah, fuck! Before I can do that, I actually need to go and defeat Sif. Let me do that real quick. Yeah, what do you want to say? Oh yeah, all right, I killed this guy last time. I see. Yeah, I went on a bit of a murderous spree, it seems. Yeah, I bought like this AC unit, like 4 years ago for my old apartment, which had like 2 rooms that were like equally sized. It had like I had like this really long hallway. It was really weird. Like the apartment was like 80 square meters, but it was like 2 25 square meter rooms connected by like a 30 square meter hallway. Which was the weirdest fucking apartment I've ever seen in my life. Suffice to say though, the AC worked for that. It was really nice. But here in my current apartment, I have just like one big living room and like one small bedroom. The bedroom I can cool down easily. Just let it run for like 2 hours before I go to bed, and it's like nice and chill in there. But this big thing here, I can get like 2 degrees off at best. Yeah. Also, was just having more obstacles. Yeah, I mean, it would work with more obstacles, but even then he would kind of do this thing where he just kind of flies into everything and just behaves weirdly. Like, they would have to, in my opinion, they really would have had to redesign him a lot. Purchase item, please. That really is the biggest thing about him. I mean, I can actually kill him. There we go. Big guy. All the roundabouts were large open areas, for better or worse. I mean, there was only one. But like DS2, the Dragon Battle, also was like a large open area. Huge, like, with the Dragons I usually went big arenas. I have 7 Gaping Dragon. I mean, is Gaping Dragon a dragon? The bridge, that is a drake. Sif is, I think, the only dragon. Actual dragon. I think the consensus is out on the Gaping one. That needs to be discussed further. Where are all the lore YouTubers? When you need them. There we go. Are you playing Skull of the First Sin or the original DS2? That makes a huge difference because they changed the enemy placement between the 2 versions. That's actually the one thing that a lot of people criticize in Scholar, is how the new enemy placement isn't as good as in the original one. But yeah, the thing is with ACs, by the way, the Green Party here wanted to ban that shit. They were like they're all proud about making Switzerland this nation that, you know, is as green as it gets. And they wanted they want to ban anything, including ACs, for like private owners. Oh, fuck off. I hate how he's not like visible. It's like 10 hours. There we go. Yeah, the Green Party in Switzerland, they are absolutely brain dead. Like, I don't know how they get as much support as they do. Like, they want to take everything away. They want to take away cars, they want to take ACs away, they want to... Everything. They just want to ruin society for us. Essentially. And Switzerland is so small, like, we could nuke, like, India and China and whatever together. Completely nuke them off the face of the earth. And the nuclear fallout would be, you know, would create a net loss of pollution still compared to Switzerland going fully green. That's like how little impact we make. Getting rid of the biggest polluters with nuclear bombs would be more green than for Switzerland to go green. It's so dumb. Bot Scholar, thinking it was just a DLC bundle. Figured out after they changed a lot. Yeah, Scholar is like a compilation, you could almost say, of the base game and DLC with changes to the base game, or like to the entire game. Some people hate it a lot. Some people, I don't care personally. I also only played Scholar. I didn't mind it too much. Of course, I didn't know the original changes. But it is what it is. Yeah, they could, but then they can't, you know, fuck with people. I feel like that's their main goal with all of this. To be as annoying as possible. I talked about this guy before, but I went to school with a dude who lived in like an anarchy camp. You know, suffice to say, it doesn't really match well if you work in IT and you live in a fucking anarchy camp. I don't know, man. And he smelled like shit all the time because he didn't take showers. Because he couldn't. Weird guy, dude. Sometimes I wonder what kind of... why these people exist. Actually, let me return. Bottomless box, I need... Duskring, where are you? Babe. I don't need you right now. I need you later. Alligator. A little more to level up before enemies expire without common of champions, but the Era's design like this just doesn't have the same charm as DS1 had. Yeah. My problem with most Souls games after the first one is they lose a lot of charm when it comes to the level design. And they completely lost it in Elden Ring. Because they wanted that open world over anything else. So individual areas are kinda suffering because of that. Yeah, anarchy camp. Guy lived in like a forest with his buddies in like tents. Absolute weirdo. But the only time, like, as I said, he worked in IT. We went to school together, but the only time he could charge his laptop was at school. So he would never be able to do his coding assignments and whatnot. Actually, I need this, and I need this. Yo, little guys. Right. Let's do it the old-fashioned way then. A Grateful Dead festival. Yeah, I would have been grateful if I was dead while being in the same room as this guy. Like, I sat beside this guy once in class. That was the worst mistake I made. Like, it's actually... It's rare, right? You don't encounter people like this often. But sometimes you are beside somebody who just smells so putrid that you want to vomit. And that guy was like that. Yeah, honestly, this is... I would say it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Like, as long as you don't involve any really fast movement tech, you kind of can't improve too much on the speed. Simply because of, like, traveling distances. Of course, if you do, like, optimal routing and whatnot, you could save some time. But if you ever watch, like, the speedruns, they kind of, like, do this thing where they, like, do ladder storage and just teleport across the map. Why is your HP half? Because I have the dust screen on, which gives me 50% more spells, but it halves my HP. As you can see, this guy is a bit magic resistant. So I don't even know if I have enough spells. I should have just barely enough. I mean, it is cutting it close. Without the ring, I would have been able to kill him. And I would have had to come back again. Yeah, Dusk, of course I'm gonna help you. After all, we're sisters with our partner look here. But if there's some strong smell suffocating me, I feel almost like I can sense a disturbance in the noise. Yeah, it's like the people who are blind. Like, there's like this sickness, or like this ill. I don't know what it is. If it's like a defect with the eye stems or whatever, where you cannot see anymore, except you kind of like your brain almost knows that something is there. It's really weird. Somebody like described it to me once. It's like it's black basically, but if there's something like a meter in front of you, you kind of know there is something there a meter in front of me, but you cannot tell what it is. Just that must be wild though. If you don't miss, you have enough. Well, in that case, I'm just not allowed to miss, am I? Attune magic. I want fall control. Time for the 4 kings. Blink and you'll miss it, actually. I truly left him no choice. Because now he's dead. I'm currently watching this dude play Dark Souls for the first time. And his Firekeeper is dead. He went to Onolondo and he killed him. And he got the Firekeeper soul back. And he didn't read the description or whatnot. And was like, okay, what do I do with this? Fuck it. Let's upgrade my Estus Flask. And now he's confused why he cannot no longer resurrect the Firekeeper. It's like one of these playthroughs where, man, it's infuriating. watching this dude because he's overlooking everything. He was standing in front of the bonfire in Isolith where the worm is. He was looking at it straight. And then jumped down one of the cliffs because he wanted to try to get an item. And he didn't activate it and had to run all the way back. It's like, man, dude, really? Are you this blind? Without being kicked off. Yeah, usually I attack him and he just rolls back with by himself. I wonder if I have enough spells. I should have. Hopefully. Otherwise I'm probably gonna switch up Power Within. Yeah, it's like trying not to get rage baited, it's challenge baited, but it's actually an entire let's play. Half an hour per part. And then he started Kingdom Hearts. And it's the exact same shit. He doesn't equip any of his abilities. I'm sitting there, I'm like, dude, are you serious? Really now? For fuck's sake. He's doing it on purpose. Farming dragon scales, oh. Yeah, the getting the dragon scales is absolutely horrendous in this game. I did that like 2 or 3 times, like farming the dragon scales and whatnot. But these days I would just use a dupe. I have to ring equipped, yes I do. Okay, 4 kings time. Actually, I need this shield. Yeah, I didn't want to risk it. Like another 2/3 of the explore. Yeah, I feel like they made it to connect just the areas and then they kind of ran out of time to improve it. Like, that's like one of the things that that's the most criticized about Dark Souls 1 is the second half and like... Fuck. Oh. How like disappointing it is in level design. I've never showed this entry. It's like the secret backrooms entry. It's very fun. You don't have to let the water down. You don't have to go through the ghost house especially. I've been doing it for the past like 2 or 3 runs because honestly it's so much more convenient and less annoying. I'm so sick of the ghost house. I'm so sick of the ghost house. And I wanted more. You like Lost Isolith? I mean, the last part, sure, I get that, maybe. But like the big lava lake, did you like that as well? Yeah. Like, the thing is, like... all the areas are not bad per se. Shit, this might kill me. Of course. The legendary... The ghost house is the worst part to farm this blade, though. I see the design. Yeah, like the designs are neat, mostly. The designs are good of the different areas. Oh fuck, this annoys me right now. That I should have just spammed magic and hope for the, you know, spray and prayed basically. It's literally 3 hits. It's 3 hits, but kind of like annoying when you have to go through the center. You just fall down for no apparent reason. Like, I'm also like one of these people. I don't hate the second half as much as other people, I would say. It's not my favorite part, but I don't necessarily hate it. That being said, I do think certain... It's just no longer as cohesive. And to some part, I blame the teleportation. Now you might say, okay, Yaku, why would you blame the teleportation? Why specifically that? Well, because they gave you teleportation from the start in the other games, and the entire cohesion of all the maps went out of the window with that. That's literally it. You can teleport from the start, the world design just becomes worse altogether. Souls Spectacular Fight Eater, Centipede Demon, and Demon Fire Station on the other hand were the trickiest bosses. Demon Fire Sage? Really? I mean, that one was just the Asylum Demon repeated again. Yo, Huge Cookie, welcome. How have you been? Since yesterday. Yeah, the trees, I can see that. Don't just all disappear, please. Oh, shit. That's so good. Work, but I'm chilling now. That's good to hear. I'm glad I'm done with work this week, because last week was some of the most annoying people I've had to deal with in a while. Okay, I can safely get like one in, the other one I have to kind of free aim a little bit harder. It was waiting for an opportunity to cut the tail. Yeah. I mean, it's like hard for me to judge since I've played the game so much. So certain bosses are no longer as difficult to me as they used to be. So take all my opinions with a grain of salt. Oops. So I take the teleport. Yeah, that's the thing though. If you wouldn't have the teleport, they knew they had to make it so you had like shortcuts and whatnot. And they had to make the level design more intricate. Right? That's what the teleportation takes away. Now you can just say, oh yeah, it takes you 20 minutes to get there. Now we don't need to make anything else to make the game more passable. Yeah, good night. Four Kings was the bane. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, them just being huge damage sponges is insane. Especially here on the highest new game. They have like 20k health, which is just absurd. Yeah, that helps. That helps a lot. Funny enough, sometimes you think your enemy can't be backstabbed, but they actually can, like the pigs. I have never been able to pull it off, but you can do it. can indeed do it. I don't need these two right now, so let's go back to my lingering and bell. I should have equipped the bellowing instead of the... Should I? No. Okay, let's see. That was 4 kings. Nice. You know what? Let's do the catacombs. Yeah, Bloodborne did it well. Bloodborne, it's like they did so well on that game. I'm floored how well they did on this game, right? Yeah, I just did place the thing. That's why Bloodborne is probably my second favorite of the entire series. Oh, and why I wouldn't be confused if somebody says it's their favorite. It's just such a good game. They improved on the combat a lot. They made it far faster, more aggressive. The design is amazing. The twist that happens like in the mid game is fantastic. The world design, as said, is fantastic. It's just overall a really good game. It's so sad that we haven't gotten that is stuck on PS4 first and foremost, and that we haven't gotten a sequel yet. The bot step is so easy for me. I for some reason I have never been able to pull it off. Maybe don't heal when there's literally 5 dudes here. All of you can kiss my ass. Because I'm moving on. I'm breaking out of here tonight. Hope we will catch you again. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. I usually do Dark Souls on Saturdays. I mean, usually I've been doing it for the past half year or so on Saturdays. At the very least. So if you want to catch Dark Souls, that's the best place when. My guy. What was that? It will ever be playable on PC without an emulator or something. I have this intrinsic hope of never say never. Right. But I have to admit, we got a fucking remake of Demon's Souls before we got a port on PC. So at the same time, I think you're probably right. You know, honestly, fuck Sony. I hate Sony. They've really went they went hard during the PS4 era. They got a lot of good favor, and they've been completely misusing that good favor for ever since the PS5 dropped. Ever since the end of the PS4 era. They spend so much money on shitty games nobody cares about. They do all kind of weird shits and they blame the users and it's and whatever the fuck Xbox is doing at the same time, they the new CEO of Xbox is an AI person. Somebody who worked at Microsoft's AI division. And it's been going downhill even further since then. Are you actually choking? How? This is really one of the most mismanaged branch of the entirety of Microsoft, I would say, except that probably the entirety of Microsoft is mismanaged. And Nintendo's in their own world, they just can't do it because people will buy their shit regardless of if it's good or bad. Nothing wrong with hope, but it could feel like you would replace the Ancient in Hope with C. No, I will never cope. I will pray to the gods. It will happen, trust me. I mean, they did do some... What was it Xbox games that they managed to decompile and then recompile for PC? Like, if that's the route we have to go, that's the route we will go. But it will come to PC somehow. I know it. But it might take a while. Just a little while. You just kind of get away with everything if they big enough, it's sad. Yeah, most of them just lose the plot. Like, there are devs that I follow, kinda. I'm like, yeah, these are good devs. Like, Ace Team. I love their works. Like, Xenoclash devs. As an example. And of course, FromSoft, they usually do good stuff. Oops. My guy, can you please fire? Thank you. But yeah, big companies, most big companies are my shitlist anyways. Ubisoft, EA, etc. I guess like this is one game that's like published by Ubisoft that I will probably buy, but no direct like Ubisoft games. Anyways, that was these two bozos. Relatively simple, I would say. Yeah, it is a fast run. It is a very fast run. Who should I do next? Let's do the... Shit, I cannot do the Arnold on the bosses right now. I first need that guy. Okay, so let's go and do the Quaylock Gauntlet. Follow her escapades. Distraction. Do you have enough for a level up? I do. Hell yeah. 68. The curse of 6-7 has been broken completely. Finally. But yeah, by the way, like yesterday I finished Minecraft. I don't know if you saw that. That took also much less time than I expected. So okay, let's just fight like go into the last area and fight the boss and whatnot. It's gonna take like 2 hours. No, it took 30 minutes. Ah, I was stupid. But yeah, next week I'm like not sure what I will play next week. Like Call of Duty should arrive hopefully next week, so you can play that on Friday. There's like a bunch of other games I want to play, longer games, sadly. So that's always like a bit of a thing to think about. Like one thing is Drakengard 2, but that game, to get all endings, you need to replay the game 3 times. What kind of boss? It was a modded boss. It's like, have you ever seen like the biblical accurate angels? Which is like the big eyes, or the floaty eye rings. It was basically something like that. It was not exactly very exciting though. It didn't do much. So yeah, that was kind of the boss. It was just, yeah, you had like the towers. The boss didn't even attack you. You had to go up the towers like in the base game and destroy the crystals. And once the last crystal was destroyed, he started attacking you. Which means he just flew towards you and sometimes made you blind. And then at the end he like spawned clones of himself, but that was kind of it. Really not that, you know, exciting of a boss fight. You know, it's kind of sad that the dev burned out on it though. Because I think that it still is probably one of my favorite mods in a long time. I wouldn't have played Minecraft without it, as I said, because I'm just too burned out on the base game and all of like these super complicated mod packs. I tried one out, just, you know, out of curiosity in my free time, and I played for like an hour or two, and then I was so sick of it already. Once the game started to want me to use like machines and whatnot. Like when I was younger, this stuff was really fun and cool and all that jazz. But now that I'm older, I'd rather use that time to play like a JRPG or something. Okay, hell yeah. This time, unlike usual, I will actually defeat Ceaseless the normal way. The good way. The fast way. But yeah, now I'm a bit in this conundrum of what should I play next week? And what should I start without it becoming annoying? Like my rule used to be 2 streams, like maximum. And like 3 or 4 is stretching it. But I feel like Wednesday, I think I'm just gonna like do these longer projects, while like Tuesday and it's gonna be like a smaller one, and Friday is gonna be like a main game. Like the exciting one. The big blockbusters, so to speak. But I don't know. Also, the 2-year anniversary is coming up, not in the not too far distance. So that's kind of depressing. 2 years of Yakuvrael Runeborne. My god, how the time flies. I feel like my power vein is about to go out. Please. I guess not. And I love how the pursuers did not fire at all. Big fan of that. Oh, come on, how did the last one miss? There we go. Don't try me. Can I tell you something about Linux versus Windows? I mean, I can. Linux is developed by a Swedish dude. Or Finnish. Somewhere around Nordic. Let's go with that. And Windows is developed by some US dudes. Hello, my name is Linus Torvalds, and I pronounce it as Linux. That's like the best thing about it. I mean, is there like anything that you want to specifically know? Or... just, you know, random fun facts. I like it. A lot, I could say. I don't think I will ever go back to Windows. Every time I have to use Windows, I'm ready to shoot myself. Like every time I return from vacation at my job, and I have to go back to my my Windows machine, that thing, because I don't turn it off, it's just broken. Leaving that machine on for 2 weeks or so is just killing it. It's unresponsive as fuck, and I basically need to restart it. Or hard reset it, it's the worst. How good Linux runs software, as long as it's not a very specific proprietary software, it runs it the same or better in most cases. It kind of depends. Like games, usually they tend to run better at times, or have like at maximum like a 10% impact. Which if you play at like 100 FPS, that's like nothing. It's unnoticeable. You won't even know what hit you. I'm the only one not having almost any problem with Windows. I think it kind of depends. You also kind of notice problems that you wouldn't have thought are problems until you like no longer experience them, right? Unfortunately, Linux tart, I hate Linux or whatever you said, are lies. You just got bamboozled. Oh no. Whatever will I do now? I'm lost. Well, anyways, moving along. Yeah, it's like it depends, right? Problem-wise. Just also like workflows are just like one thing for me that finally that killed it back with Windows 10 is something got fucked up during an update once, and it constantly lost like connection to the time server of whichever one was set. So every time the PC got updated, it chose a random time server. I would come home from work, turn on my PC, I look at the time, I'm like, huh, it's 9 PM? Shit. Where did the time go? Then the next day I come home, I look at my monitor, and it's like, on the clock on my PC, I'm like, huh, it's 10 AM? What? And after a while I realized that this was happening. It started to annoy me, like the ever-loving piss out of me. Because I only use my PC as a clock for a long time. Like that was like one of the minor annoyances that really started to annoy me after a while. But of course the bigger one was Windows didn't update and it deleted files off my PC. I was very happy about that. Very happy. And that's not the first time, like, you hear that plenty of times that this happens. For some ungodly reason, they just do this shit. The most recent one was with OneDrive, where they would start backing up files into the OneDrive, delete them on your hard drive, and then if you turn off OneDrive, they would delete the files in OneDrive, but not restore them on your PC, and your files are gone. It's like, what the fuck, dude? What the fuck? Really? I do not want to use OneDrive. And apparently, they just, you know, it's only a hostage situation, Because they just take your files hostage and execute them on the spot. It's the fucking worst. But yeah, that was before OneDrive when it happened to me. Like an update kind of like lost the... I don't know what exactly happened. But it's just my entire documents folder. You know how Windows has like videos, pictures, documents, whatever. And my PC. And for some reason it kind of lost the documents folder. I was like, okay. That one is apparently empty. And all the files are gone. So it started overwriting every file on there. So some of them I could recover, but most of them were kind of corrupted or completely gone. I'm so asleep because of this heat. Oh, I get you. I have like a fan running here. That's like the only reason why I can even remotely stream right now. Having like a little bit of air being blown at my stone cold side. Making it freezing. But these two goofballs can go. Time for the hardest boss of the game, once again. I mean, before that, actually, I have Quaylana, whatever her name is, to deal with. Give me 1 second. A cold drink or an ice cream if I wanted to. That actually sounds nice. I think after the stream I'm gonna run to the store and get myself an ice cream. Looks like a really good one. But yeah, like I have like this very cheap fan here that I bought a long time ago. It works. It has 3 levels. It's the basic bitch kind of fan. But I have like this other fan, which is like really nice. It has 10 levels. And like level 1 or 2 are just barely a breeze, which is like really nice for when you sleep. Because it really just feels like there's just a light breeze outside coming in. And level 10 is like... you're getting blown away. It's actually wild how good this thing blows. That's a brand I'm kind of happy with. I will gladly buy another one of these. Maybe a bigger one. A walnut and maple syrup. Oh, that sounds good. We have those as well here. But, you know, I'm a fan of like caramel or something. Or cherry. It really depends. And what brand is it? I'm going into the wrong direction first and foremost. Give me a second after I defeated the right arm. The left arm, I mean. I will quickly go and check. It starts with an O, if I remember correctly. Which I know is very helpful. The thing is, I was skeptical about it at first because it looks kind of bad. Like, it looks kind of stupid. It looks like a toy almost. Right? So I was like, okay, is this really something that works? Okay, let me go check. I'll be right back in just a second. Yeah, that was close. It's called a Wuzu by Oyama. I did that one thing that I thought it's a handful of times now, where I try to reach for the light switch, and I get my pinky finger into the hole for the door latch. It almost like snapped it. Oh, I almost broke my finger there. Like show it. Wuzu. Yeah, it's basically this. It's basically this one. It looks weird, right? Because it has like this huge like thing. They just look weird, I feel like. They look like toys. They don't look right. Exactly like you spelled it. Woo-zoo. W-O-O. Zoo-O-O. Z-O-O, I mean. But this thing, this blows hard. It's actually insane how well this blows. Sometimes when I come home drenched, I just put it on 10 and kind of dry myself off within like 2 seconds with it. I just wish I could like set it a bit taller. That one's like, the maximum height of this is like 1.20 meters or something like that. If even, or like a meter. Which is why I can like barely go on top, like over my bed. That's kind of like, ah, shit. I have to put it like on top of a table or something. Look, I'm glad I didn't say it sucks hard. Like, the thing is, I used to have a different fan, right? That was like this Tau fan with like 3 small individual fans. And that was fantastic. That fan was great. It cost a lot though. And what happened, and this is the worst. This was just so badly, I don't know if it was the bad design, if it was partially my fault or whatnot. But the 3 fans from bottom to top, the lower they were, the more dust they would like suck in. And it would like clog up the lubricant. So after a while, the bottom one was like spinning at like 20% of its speed, the middle one at like 50, and the top one at like 90%. And the bottom one got insanely hot. Like, I actually burned my hand on it before. That's how hot it got. And after a while, it just stopped spinning entirely. And then the middle one was like at 30-ish% capacity and was like really hot. And now my really expensive fan, with 3 fans in total, only had 1 spinning fan. So yeah, money well spent. Not really. And the worst thing then happened where I dropped it and now it no longer was able to stand correctly. This guy's actually dead. And this guy is dead. So many guys are dead. How nice. 1 hour 23. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bosses to go before the DLC. Yeah, let's do like a victory lap. Let's like go really hard. Let's blow hard. While staying hard. You gotta be hard to go hard. And now it's broken. I had like one of these like small water cooling things as well. Like where you had like a tank, it had like a wick that sucked up the water and it kind of like it like was nice for a little bit until the moisture made it just so damp inside of my apartment that it became warmer, like a jungle. That's when I stopped using it. I was like, yeah, no, this is actually... It sounds good on paper, but actually it's really ass. That's the sad truth of it. Not sure if this guy is dead. Just hope he is. I was almost convinced that this could be enough. There we go. Yeah. That's how you do it. Just absolutely bean him. I'm gonna do the same to my friend downstairs. Not sure if I have enough spells though. Ah, fuck it. Let's try it. Like, you know, what could happen? What bad could happen? Shit. Out of the way, dog. That was not dangerous at all. Oh my god, leave me alone. There we go. Okay, my power thing is about to run out. Let's put on the bell ring, right? That would help a lot, actually. Just go for it. Okay. I was for a second I was like, no, did it not hit him? Okay, I have plenty of spells. Okay, good. Easy. Easy. Like, who said I didn't have enough spells? Come on. Don't you believe in me? You good old friend Yaku the Stone Golem. The Rune Stone Golem. If you come at me like that, with this little belief, I don't know. Something's wrong with you. Yeah, after this I'm gonna do the honor along the bosses. And then... I did nothing to you. How about you don't heal? Yeah, you think your miracles can save you from magic? Get real, bitch. You're just jealous of my drip. That I didn't respond to your love. That I didn't tell you, hey, I love you too, my lady. I'm gonna simp for the rest of my life for you. I'm gonna give you all my souls, I'm gonna give you all my items, I'm gonna give you everything I can. If you open a tier 3 subscription, I'm gonna subscribe to tier 3. If you sell foot pics on some of these websites, I'm gonna buy the foot pics. Right? Because I did say that she got mad. The lady with her compatriots got mad at me for some reason. So it's probably because I didn't simp for her hard enough. I didn't profess my love. And started killing for her. Well, I did start killing for her, but I actually killed her. Oh, speaking of. There's this manga I started reading. And I've started reading, I mean, I caught up to it. I read all like 100 chapters that are out right now. Which is, it's really good. It's called... Nezumi's First Love. It's wild, but in a good way. It's about this girl who has her first love. She meets this boy. Like that's like I'm gonna say like the first 10 chapters or so. Like she's an assassin for the Yakuza. And on one of her jobs, she meets like a boy. That boy like tracks her down and confesses to her, and they start going out. And then at one point, the boy like sees her doing her job, her actual job, and then the Yakuza go, "Well, he saw you. This relationship is not gonna work anyways. We're gonna kill him." And she pleads to them, and they kind of get to an agreement that she trains him within 1 month to also be an assassin for the Yakuza. And that happens, and then they start dating. They're happy at all of that, and they are both like assassins. So every morning they go like bring out the trash and whatnot, and behind the guy there's like a black van, and behind the girl there's like a white van. And they each go for the killings. And the guy does like more the normal stuff, and the girl she like does everybody. Dudes, chicks, children. Like actually. That's like a thing that comes up where she kills children without regret. It's really good. And it's art. Like it looks all bubbly and whatnot. For the most part, but suddenly, like sometimes it's an extremely good drawn manga. It is pretty interesting. And it's actually, I think, in its last arc, if I remember correctly, as well. It has some twists and turns in there, which I did not expect at first, but I can recommend it. That's all I'm gonna say. I can really recommend it. I've already ordered the physical books that are out right now. That's how much I can recommend it. Easy. Come on. I tapped this guy like 3 times. 4 times, 5 times, and he didn't want to be crossed out. Weird little fucker. But yeah, like I have some screenshots on my phone, but like getting them onto my PC and showing them right now is... I don't even know if I can show some of them. Getting ones that I enjoy the anime of. I mean, that's like one way to support the industry as a whole. Like there's this notion that anime is usually an advertisement for the manga, which I don't agree with. I don't see how this would work. Or at least to some degree it's true, so... It's nice if you can do it. If you can afford it, right? Especially with like mangas that are complete, I like buying like the box sets. Where you just buy the entire thing for like a slightly discounted price in like a nice box. I have like Claymore, I have Delicious in Dungeon. I have the one about the deaf girl. But the thing is, like, for me, just reading mangas is like, it works so much better when you, like, when I'm at work in the break room. Like, I can't whip out my phone and headphones while other people are sitting there as well and talking. But reading manga works pretty well. Back in the day when I went with the train to work, I would get like 3 episodes in at the in the morning and in the evening. Like about 1 and 2/3 per direction I would be able to watch, plus minus. So I would watch like 4 episodes every day. Fuck. But nowadays, since I walk to work, it doesn't work like that. But the thing is, I really hope for it to be adapted, right? There's so many good mangas that have not yet been adapted. And sometimes, out of nowhere, they actually do adapt them. Weirdly enough. Like Helga, as an example, was adapted. A book or 2. I thought about doing that as well. I have a few books I want to finally read or finish reading. But it's like one of these things where I was like, oh. I don't think I can concentrate on an entire book while people around me are talking. Especially like a harder book. Like Moby Dick. I tried to read that book so many times already. It's really tough to get through. And that is while sitting in quiet. Trying to read it, not while other people around you talk and choke and whatnot. And added to that, like, I'm not a fast reader. Like, my mom is the kind of person she could read, like, an average, like, 200 or 300 page book within, like, a couple of days. But I would need, like, a month for that. I usually like reading crime stories. I mean, I would say would probably be also the most exciting. Where the fuck is she? There she is. But yeah, like, speaking of reading books, and my mom, she once told me that, and I was like, are you insane? She's the kind of person, like, I don't mind being spoiled myself, right? Not too much, at least. My mom goes, or at least she used to. I think these days she just does it online. But she used to go into bookstores and read, like, the ending of books to see if she likes the ending, and that's how she decided if she wants to buy the book. She doesn't read the synopsis, she doesn't read, like, the reviews, she actually just read the ending. Spoiled the entire thing for her. I'm like, she told me that once, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, why would you want to read the book after knowing exactly how it ends? Especially if it's like a mystery book or something, or like a crime story. It's like, what the fuck? At that point, just, I don't know. Like, I spoil myself sometimes as well, of course, about my usually not too major stuff. Sometimes, like, when I hate a character, I'm like, does this character die? That's like something I need to know sometimes when I get a bit aggressive. But it's like, you know, watching the last 10 minutes of a movie and then you decide if you want to watch the full movie. It's just weird. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. There are moments where I personally, I was like very like, hey, Elden Ring is like one of these games I didn't want to get spoiled about. And I managed, for the most part, for like 6 years or so until I played it, to stay spoiler free. But that's like a rare occasion. Most of the time I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't ruin the story for me. But actually knowing the ending it's like a little bit different. Especially if the ending is shit. Like, I can still like a work if the ending is shite, for the most part. Like, what was it recently? Oh, I read Chainsaw Man, I fucking finished that piece of shit recently. It was fantastic. The first part was fantastic. The beginning of the second part was interesting, and the ending was absolute ass. How could one of the biggest mangas in the last like 10 years come to such a bad conclusion? I don't fucking know. And honestly, I feel like it's been ruined. I feel like the author just was sick of it. He didn't want to do Chainsaw Man anymore. Like, there's no other way to put it. Let me quickly... 108.25. I need to go to 27 somehow. That's almost it. That works. There we go. Don't forget Thief. The Scaleless. How many time was it? 140? I mean, Thief now is gonna take me like 10 minutes max. DLC is gonna take like 10 minutes each, plus minus, like, including like travel and whatnot. So on a sub 3 hours should be in. Hopefully. Is he grayed out? He is. Not on my thing here. There we go. Now he's not grayed out. That was a software bug. Okay, first I have to deal with those bozos up there. Off. Okay, for a second I was like, are they gonna just go through the floor? Actually, two of them did. I feel like the crystal version of this spell is still gonna be stronger. In theory. But I like how the pursuers look. That's why I'm using them. Ah, thank you. Didn't think I would also hit you, but hey. No hard feelings, right? Don't do that. I mean, magic in general is just overkill in this game. In most games, in most Souls games. Like, I feel like they thought, how can we make like a good trade-off between speed and damage? But they completely just didn't figure it out. If you want to play the easy mode, just use magic. As long as you get Logan, it really doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not gonna get shot up by some weirdo. Can I? I need to free him at this guy if I want to hit him. Yeah, that's it. Besides self because it's so strong, or any other reason? Okay. Sure. Seems a little bit floaty. I mean, if I would do a casual run, I would also probably not use magic attacks themselves and just the buffs. Like magic weapon and fall damage, really. And a little bit of hidden body sometimes. Strong and whacking enemies sounds more fun. Well, so as long as you don't whack them off, all is good. I don't remember, does Bloodborne have magic? Like, I know it has like the arcane stat, but I don't remember if this has like any spell. It doesn't have like spells to it, right? It's just like another element. Like, it's kind of like hard to think it away. Out of the Souls series, like the core and like the Elden Ring and whatnot. But I almost feel like it would be interesting to see if they make a Souls game without magic. Like the Age of Man or whatnot. Make like a game around that time where magic is kind of like an old thing. Like in Berserk, like magic is like this thing that not many people know of because it's kind of not from the human world, but from the other side. Or something along those lines. So there aren't actually many magicians, for the most part, in Berserk. I was like, in Dark Souls, no, in Demon Souls, no. Berserk, Yaku. We're talking about Berserk. Until, of course, they get to the island. I feel like that could work surprisingly well. Like, I know the clam is here, but... Twinkling Titanite. Hell yeah. Yeah, that was... our thief. Blink and you'll miss it. Clam slammed. I think, personally, the clams are the worst enemies in the game. Might be a controversial take, but I think like, I could live without these in the game. Like, they only appear in that specific area, if I remember correctly, as well. That and actually the tree, which I never visit because there's no use to it. That's like the only reason where the clams are. It's like, I I don't give a shit about them. Replace them with like dogs or something. Anyways, time for the DLC. And of course the DLC, as always, is like one of these things where magic is not exactly very effective, as bosses are magic resistant. So it's gonna be interesting to see how far I have to push it. I think probably like the dusk ring is gonna be needed. But I am pretty strong, so it could be that I don't need that after all. Don't do that, blue guy. I did nothing to you. I only killed a few of you and the golden one, which probably was like your boss or something. But you specifically, I didn't do anything to you. I think my time estimate was pretty accurate. I said about 10 minutes. Around the 142-ish mark. So yeah, I'd say at maximum another hour. Oh, Sanctuary Guardian. I want to say Sanctuary Demon. That doesn't make sense. I have a gift for you. That gift is death. Yeah, that was a difficult one. That was a really difficult one. I don't know if I could have beaten him without the help of Power Within, and you know, without at least 50 tries. I guess that was lucky. I would consider this more of a lucky win than anything else. God damn. Okay. The stronger catalysts are just so much nicer. Yes, I'm gonna help you. You gonna give me this. Fucking finally. Watch me take like 50 tries with Victorious. I think that should be enough. 8, 20, 23 spells. Each dealing like around 5 to 1,000. 500 to 1,000, I mean. Depending on the boss. Oh. I had to heal because of Power Within. Oh, that was dangerous. Of course they do. I mean, have you ever been hit by a pitchfork up the ass? Like in some kind of like 80s cartoon? That shit burns. Like, you'd wish you'd had hemorrhoids instead. They're like 3 equally spaced holes. One on the left cheek, one on the right cheek, and one down the middle. Next question. Attack? Okay. I was worried that I might need, you know, more spells, but I think if I wouldn't have missed half of them, I might have not even had to use more than pursuers. Damn, bro. The fact that he, like, dodged some of them, but then I managed to just stun him. Fucking hell. God, I love spells. Just a magical boy sometimes. I mean, I had 8 more. The thing is, I can technically replace like these the pursuers with like dark beat, and that would even insta kill them, or something like that. Or like even power in with 1 more. Actually, let's not die here because I'm doing something stupid. Hey. Don't do that. Ah. Don't die to this guy now. But yeah, my prediction was a bit off, I would say. Huh? Okay. Fine. Snipe me out of the air. I've never seen that happen. Like, not to me, not to anybody else. This guy's gone. Did you know this can happen, that he runs off? You know, I'm lucky that I didn't die there, because usually when you're like in the air, like rolling and whatnot, you take more damage. I have to like, I have to cut this out and see what exactly happened. Like, he had to snipe me between like a very small gap there between like the platform and the thing. Here's the thing. I know you can technically kill Calamite without getting him. Right? Once you have, like, maybe if you have like 10 TCC and whatnot. But I don't know the positioning for it, so I'm not gonna try it. Okay, let's give him hell. I would say if I wouldn't have to first return back, of course. But here's one thing I'm gonna say: if I get another catalyst, I'm gonna veto that. Stupid dogs. I think he's gone. Sniped. I have to check this off the stream real quick. Yeah, what I want to say before I got attacked viciously by dogs. If I get another catalyst, I will probably veto it. Just because this one is already such a insane run that I don't want to repeat it and taint it by doing one directly after. There are fucking 11 catalysts in this game. 11. And half of them just do the same amount of magic damage. Yes. He bothers me very, very much. Thank you for taking care of him. Okay, like the things with Calamite. I have a little, yeah. Like with certain weapon types I don't mind, like long swords or whatnot. Especially since some swords can have differences between each other, but like especially the Catalyst. Most of them deal like, have like a cap of 180 magic adjust. So it's literally just the exact same run. No difference in like, in spells, really. Because you need to use certain spells to deal enough damage to late game bosses. No difference in damage, nothing. You're nothing. You're nobody. I walked John Lennon on stage. Wonder what happened to that guy. Okay, let's see how Calamite deals with absolute humiliation. He might be into that. Okay, what I'm actually gonna do though is, instead of lingering, I'm gonna equip the Dusk Ring. Just in case, you know. Yo, Calamite. Okay. That's far more than... Why so little damage all of a sudden? Did I manage to like hit his weak spot for some reason? Huh? Fuck you two. Okay. Yeah, I love his hitbox. That's of course the risky part about using half my spells. Half my health. Is he one-shots me. I might be able to do it without it though. So instead I'm gonna use the flip ring. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use like Crystal Soul Spear until I have like 2 left. Then switch over to Soul Spear until I have like 4 left. And Pursuers until I use them up. And if you're not very close to dying... Fuck off. Got like stuck on something. If he's like very close to dying then, I will put on the ring. How do I have 88 humanities already again? My souls are like... I might be able to reach them. Huh? Oh, fuck off. I didn't just miss. Wait a second, I'll read it in just a moment. You think Calamite is the most deadly dragon in the Souls series? Oh, don't miss. Yaku. I hate how he can just swat them away, but he doesn't take damage from it. Okay, I have enough spells, actually. The thing is, with the Souls series at least, or like with Dark Souls 1 specifically, that's kind of like the entire idea behind Dark Souls 1, that you are fighting like these extremely powerful beings, but way past their prime, or like while they are crippled. Right? That's pretty much every boss in this game. They have like some handicap that allows you to defeat them. You know, Gwyn is like old and decrepit and whatnot. Calamite has been shot in the wing. The Gargoyles have been asleep for forever. Etc, etc. So I think, like, lore-wise, yes, he would probably be the strongest. But I think actually, like, gameplay-wise, it's still, like... I think the one from Dark Souls 2 is, like, the big bad end one is probably the hardest. Just want to glaze a bit, not gameplay-wise. Yeah, lore-wise, he would probably be the deadliest. I would think. Okay. Fuck. I need full damage, full control. I mean, I'm sure somebody like made like a... I would be floored if there wasn't a video ranking all of the Dark Souls bosses. Like Souls series bosses, like power-wise. Who could defeat who? And then they throw in like a choke character somewhere. It's like, oh yeah, the furthest pygmy could defeat... Meteor. What? Ah, I forgot to also equip this. That explains it a little bit. The furtive pygmy. Long forgotten. I mean, he exists, but Is he strong? Like, strong enough, I would say. Probably not. I don't want to waste any... any magic, I want to say, but... there's something I want to try out. Ta-da! That's a thing. Damn, the pursuers deal like no damage. Yeah, I just recently learned that once. I was like, let me try it. Fuck. Oh. Fuck. I want to check if I had like the lingering equipped instead of the bellowing. That was dumb of me. Now I can swap this out for something else. And that something else is gonna be Darkbeat. Fuck it. Then this can switch over to the lingering. But yeah, this saves like 10 seconds or so at most. But it's kind of cool that you can do it. And that's like one of these things with this game. There's always new stuff to learn, right? New stuff to discover. I didn't know the skip for Honor Londo and for New Londo until recently. I didn't know of that one until recently. Like, I saw somebody do it in a run. I was like, wait a second, what the fuck did that guy just do? Excuse me, princess? Did this guy just skip the entrance to Manus? What? But I think it's kind of stylish, if you think about it. Entering the fight this way. Let me quickly get my stuff, though. Shit. How did that only deal 500 damage? Oh, because I'm stupid. That's why. It's still not that good. But him getting like stun locked in that animation was pretty good. In that attack, I mean. Sif from Dark Souls 2. He was the big bad one from the DLC, right? If I'm not misremembering. Like, honestly, all of the big dragons are really good in the Souls series. That's why it was so bad in Elden Ring for me. Where initially I liked dragons, but they kind of just made them a bit too present, right? There were too many. In the previous game you had like that one big dragon that you always fought. That was like really cool and whatnot. But in Elden Ring you already fought like 5 other dragons by the time you fought the big bad ones. If not even 10 or 20. That works. Here we go. I think Meteor is 3 and Sif is 2. But I might misremember. Like Meteor's the one that shoots the lasers, right? That's 3. That should be 3. Dark Eater Meteor. Yeah, that's Dark Souls 3. You sorry fool. You could not be the chosen one, except I am. Watch me, bitch. I didn't skip a Lord Souls, right? Okay, I just failed to offer them. Yeah. I mean, like, once again, like, when I, like, do the full, like, playthrough of all of them, I'm gonna do, like, an all bosses run on most of them. The Ancient Dragon. Wasn't this the one, like, oh, the big one, right? On, like, that weird platform that you had to... Yeah, that one was not good. He kind of just hit his leg the entire time, and that was it. I mean, he's also kind of, like, just an NPC for the most time, right? If I remember correctly. Don't you, like, talk to him as well? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore all of you. That's my superpower. Of an NPC but potential boss if you start fighting him. I think it's a neat concept. But of course there will be some players that are completely against that because they only want bosses that they don't feel attached to, you know. Okay, Gwyn. Your days are numbered, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, New Game Plus 52, welcome by the way. And that was New Game Plus 52. Divide Viper. Let me open the spinner real quick. There we have it. No, it caps out at New Game plus 6. So it's not exactly that hard. It's hard, but not that hard. So let's see what the next weapon is gonna be. For the next run. Then try it out. Dark Silver Tracer. Huh, okay. I'll take that. No, that's a mistake many people do. The game caps out at NG plus 6, which is the 7th run. 6, 7, right? Easily to confuse. 6th NG plus, 7th run. They predicted this shit all the way back then, you know? They knew this was going to be the biggest meme, so they were like, yeah, let's make it exactly confusing. Okay, let's see what the Dark Silver Tracer does. I feel like I've used one of the tracers before, but I think it was a gold one. Let's quickly reset those to make it look nice. There we go. Ah, that guy's missing. Oof. I mean, dex scaling is nice. No effects. I think the game just stops counting. After 6. So there's really no change. Like the game has no internal counter for which New Game Plus you're in. Past the last one. Which is kind of sad. I kind of have to, you know, figure it out on my own most of the time. I mean, that would be... If the game would do that, that would be sad. Like, could you imagine? Oh yeah, Yaku is gonna play once with each weapon. Oh no. You get to New Game Plus 100. The game says nope. It's actually not bad, but it feels strangely slow. You had enough chill. Wasn't there a dude who did 999 New Game Pluses in Dark Souls 2? And then he got like to 1,000 and it just... I don't remember. I think it either went over to 0 or it just didn't advance anymore. Hell yeah, dude. I mean, I pressed R2, but it's like... It's not really as effective. Like, one big thing that they really managed to make better in future Souls games is that the R2 attacks are more useful. Could it be that are you confusing it with the gold tracer where he does like the weird dancing around, the flipping? Is that why you mean press R2? There you go. R2 this bitch. Into oblivion. Goodbye, Oscar. See you never again. Yeah, that was the Asylum Demon. And the next run is gonna be the Dark Tracer. I have to check. Like level up wise. I think this might be a special weapon, hopefully. Otherwise it's just gonna be another plus 15 one. Yeah, I'm shocked that we have both traces already. Is this serrated? It is. I just thought it was a normal blade. It looks like a fish. Like a fish carcass. Yo, my guy. How are you doing? Gonna leave you alone for now. But yeah, then I'm gonna go down to upgrade the sword and check it out. I don't think... there's any combo. You might be meaning to the gold trace. I can check it out in a second, if you don't mind waiting. But otherwise, I would say this is it for this week. Don't forget to follow and subscribe, depending on the platform, to not miss out on future runs. So let's see. Okay, there's a Twinkling Twilight weapon, so I can max it out immediately. Damn, boy. Thanks for the follow. That is wildly bad. 263. That's gonna be an interesting one. Especially once I get to the 4 kings. What the fuck, really? And I can't buff it. This is gonna be... that's gonna be a dangerous one. Let's check the gold tracer out real quick. Wherever the fuck that one is again. There it is. It doesn't seem to have changed it. Do you mean this? Because that's the gold tracer. That's a different weapon. Because these are like meant to be used in tandem like this. We have like this in the offhand and this like in the main hand. You go like shaw 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 shaw. Right. No problem. I was confused for, but man, really, holy shit, is this bad? How does it only upgrade this much? That's a Twinkling Titanite weapon, mind you, with an S scaling. And it has nothing else? The victim is first distracted by dazzling streaks of the gold tracer and then stung by the vicious poison of this... oh my... Is this one that poisons enemies? Technically? I don't think so. Yeah, you should. The things with Dark Souls though is double weapons are kind of ass. Sadly. Let's see. 127. Yeah, like 50% more damage is it's gonna be better. Maybe it's a bad poison proc rate. I'm actually gonna look this up real quick before I end the stream, because this is intriguing me. Let's open the fan page that I have open here, and then Silver Tracer Dark Souls 1. Of course, we're gonna use the only wiki that matters, which is a wiki dot. If you just know what you're doing, yeah. Strong attacks toxic buildup is 36 per strike. Okay. So it applies toxic. If I do the strong attack. Mind you, most bosses currently have multiple thousands of HP. So this is going to be as useful as it sounds, which is absolutely not useful at all. Yeah, it's going to be just a low damage run. But with that, I want to say, thanks for watching today. The next Dark Souls one is going to be next Saturday, as always, with the Dark Tracer. And in between, Friday is going to be Modern Warfare 2, it should arrive. And Tuesday and Wednesday, I'm still debating what I should play. It's a surprise. Let's say it like that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I see you next time. Goodbye, and ciao. And survive the heat, because my god, I'm gonna go take a shower now. A cold one.